Hey everybody, welcome to Maths for Thursday, the 21st of May. Maths has been fun this week. I'm pretty impressed with what people are doing. So we're going to put it all together today and we're going to solve a big problem, a fun problem. As you can see, I'm out in my backyard. I've got my pizza oven ready to go. I just need to get it started because we're going to cook some pizzas today. So let's get into it. Go nice and big here. All right, before we get into our lesson, I want you to answer this question. Write it down, record it, because you need to upload this with your activity. Where in our world might you see a half, a quarter, or a third, and a third, I should say. So I want you to give me an example of a half, a quarter, a third, a real thing in our world. I want you to get creative. Let's get creative. Where might we see a half? Well, I know we might see a quarter at the footy. Definitely see a quarter at the footy. That's all I'm going to give you because it's APK and it's all on you. So where might we see a half, quarter, or a third? Pause me, write it down, and then we'll move on. All right. Whoops. Our learning intention today. Thank you for doing the APK. Our learning intention today is we're learning to solve problems involving fractions. So you're going to need to add fractions today to find an answer. Luckily, we've been practicing that. I've said add. You might even subtract to solve this answer. There's no reason why you can't. And most importantly, you're going to show your thinking and explain strategies that you've used to solve the problem. It's one thing to solve it. It's another thing to explain how you did it. That's what we're looking for today. So to get started, I want to do a number talk. So I've got a question for you. I'm going to let you sit there and think about it for a minute. Think about how you're solving it. I don't care about the answer. You need to explain how you got to the answer. So have a think about it, and then I'm going to choose some of you to share, and I'll record what you're saying on the board here. So have a think to yourself before we get someone to share. Okay, Ralph, you've got one. Awesome. Explain to us, Ralph, how you're going to solve this. So you used repeated addition. Can you explain that to everybody, please? So you took 30, you worked out how many halves are in 4 hours. What do you mean by halves? Okay, so there's 2 halves for each hour, and it's 4 hours. So you did 2 times 4 because there's 2 every hour. I see what you're saying. So 2 fours are 8. That's pretty good. I see what you did first was you added a half and a half. You even multiplied. Equals 1 hour. That's a pretty good strategy. I like that. Simple. Used whole numbers, but there's still some fractions involved. So you're saying you could cook 8 pizzas in that time. Interesting. I like it. All right. Goofy, you've got one for us. Is it going to be a serious answer? Because you can goof around a little bit. All right. I trust you. I trust you. Okay. Let's see your strategy, Goofy. How did you solve this? You did it a different way to Ralph? Great. Explain it to us. So you drew clocks. So you thought about a clock. So you know that this is 1 hour, and then you created a half. So you did 2, 3, 4 hours, half, half, half. So similar, there's some repeated addition here because now you've made half, 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 half. Each one, you can just add them all up together, can't you? Because every half you're making 1 pizza. Equals 8 pizzas. Good one. I like that strategy. Again, really simple strategy. Does anybody else have a strategy? Let's get one more. Anyone? Bluey, I see your hand's not up, but I saw that you were thinking pretty hard. Do you think you have a different strategy you could help us out and explain? You do? Brilliant. All right. Explain to us, Bluey, how you solved this problem. All right, let's write in. No, we're writing green for you, Bluey. All right. So you added the fraction. So you added halves until you got to 4 hours. So half plus half plus half plus half. You know that there's 2 of these each time. 2, 4, 6, 7. And that equaled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 halves is 4 hours. So you just looked at the 8 there and you said you made 8 pizzas. Good one. I like that. All right. Thanks to our students who shared with us today. So what we can do is we can use some of those strategies we just looked at, and I know I cleared them, but you can scroll back on the video to look at a strategy that might have worked pretty well for you to solve our problem today. So as we saw, I have a pizza oven, big clue. What we're doing today is solving this problem here. You have, so read it carefully, go to the help me if you need it. Spend some time thinking about how you might solve it first though. So you have 6 hours to prepare pizzas for your friends who are all coming past in this world we live in now to pick up a pizza from you, but you're going to have your dinner party over Zoom. So you need to know how many pizzas you can actually make in the 6 hours you've got. So that's information I'm giving to you. I want you to solve this 3 different ways. I'm just going to write 3. Every day I do that. 3 different ways. So you need to decide what fraction of the hour you'll take to prepare 1 pizza. So in that example out there, we spent half an hour. I might spend 10 minutes making a pizza. So then I need to work out how many pizzas I can make in 6 hours. So there's 2 parts to it. What fraction of an hour will it take you to prepare a pizza? How many pizzas can you make in 6 hours? Show your answer and explain it, the strategy you used. So you need to be able to record each one. So you're doing 3, you need to record your thinking for all 3, and then in the reflection you can choose 1 to explain to the whole class. If you are a bit confused, that's okay, because it's problem solving. You should be confused. That's good. That means you're learning. Spend some time thinking about how you could solve it. Go back and look at some of the examples that Goofy and Ralph and Bluey shared with us. If you're still confused, then go into the help me. Please use the help me if you need it. It's going to be very helpful today. Cool. Good luck. Can't wait to find out how many pizzas everyone makes.